Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video I'm gonna show you what settings Rain uses in CS2. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. By the way, we are doing free giveaways every month. In these giveaways, you can win various CS2 skins and free CS2 course access passes created by a FACEIT level 10 coach who has experience in high tier CS2 teams. To sign up, simply visit the CS2 polls giveaway page and follow the instructions. Link is in the description. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. So firstly, let's go over Rain's video settings. So his display mode is set to full screen and his aspect ratio is set to widescreen 16:10. It's a very weird aspect ratio because not a lot of pros use this aspect ratio. And his resolution is actually 1280 by 800. So this is going to be one of the rare resolutions that you will see in game. And his hertz option is probably the max that he can possibly use. And his brightness is of course set to 100. Heading over to the advanced video tab, his boost player contrast is enabled, his VSync is disabled, his NVIDIA G-Sync is automatically disabled, his NVIDIA Reflex low latency is enabled, his max FPS in game is 0 or aka 999 is the same number, max FPS in menus is set to 200, his multi-sampling anti-aliasing mode is 4x MSAA, his global shadow quality is set to high, his dynamic shadows is set to all, his model texture detail is set to low, his texture filtering mode is set to anisotropic AX, his shader detail is set to low, his particle detail is set to low, his ambient occlusion is set to disabled, and his high dynamic range is set to quality, and finally the fidelity FX super resolution is set to disabled highest quality. Now moving on to the keyboard and mouse settings. So in the keyboard and mouse settings, Rain's mouse DPI itself is set to 800, his sensitivity is 0.9 in game, his eDPI is set to 720, his zoom sensitivity is set to 1, and his window sensitivity is set to 6. Now let's move over to Rain's Crosshair settings. So you can paste in this code, link is going to be in the description where you can find it, and once you import, this is going to be what Rain's Crosshair looks like. So let's check it out in game. In game, Rain's Crosshair looks something like this. It's a very nice blue color and it doesn't blend in with a huge part of the map. Only nuke might be an issue if it might blend in with some certain spots of the map because the map is very bright blue themed. But apart from that, this is going to be one of the better crosshairs that you can use. It's a definitely really good crosshair for aiming, and it's definitely a good one for headshotting, especially because it has a slight dot and is just in general very good, and it also might be very comfortable for spraying because this crosshair is just very nice to spray with since it's very small and it doesn't block off a huge chunk of your screen, which a lot of crosshairs do. So this is going to be a very nice crosshair for that as well. So it's definitely an all built for riflers crosshair because Rain is a rifler, of course. Now let's move over to the view model settings. So in the view model settings, you can paste in this in the console like so, and you see this is Rain's view model. This is pretty much the original view model that most of the pros in CS2 use. This is going to be just an original one, and a lot of pro players love to use it simply because it shifts slightly to the right compared to the default view model in CS2, so it doesn't block up a huge chunk of your screen. So this is mainly what Rain uses as well, and it's just a really popular view model as I mentioned in general, so it's definitely a really good preference and you should definitely use this view model as well. Now moving on to the HUD settings, Rain's HUD color is just set to team color and his HUD scale is set to 0.95. In game it looks like this. It's just a preference for Rain. And finally, let's go over the radar settings. So in the radar settings, radar center is the player is set to yes, radar's rotating is set to yes, toggle shape with scoreboard is set to yes, his radar HUD size is set to 1, and his radar map zoom is set to 0.7. So in game it looks something like this. It's pretty much close to the original radar in CSGO, and it's just a very nice radar. It doesn't make you visualize the entire map, but it's definitely way more comfortable if you want to look at very certain spots, for example, because with this zoom you can definitely spot a way more specific position of your opponent or your teammate, for example. So this is definitely going to be a good reason to use this radar setting. And finally, when it comes to the launch options, Rain uses these launch options. He pretty much goes to this area, right clicks on Counter-Strike, presses on properties, and instead of all of this, he just quickly pastes in this code. So he deletes this one and he just keeps in this one. So this is just pretty much for the refresh rate, and it's just a simple launch option. You can definitely use it as if you have a high performance PC and a really good monitor. If you want to check out or copy any pro player settings, you can visit the CS2 Post Pro settings page where you can find a variety of pro player settings. You can even check out what setups they use and what skins they use in game. Link is in the description. Thank you everyone for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. These were the settings that Rain uses in CS2. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and comment down in the comments below what you want us to do next. And I'll see you in the next video.